Now that we've established the flow of the report development process, the next thing we'll want to review is the report requirements themselves. Conceptually, and in a very broad sense, it doesn't matter what data you're using, what industry you're in, because you will always start with a set of project requirements from the client or user. One of the most important things we as report developers need to do is know how to take a given set of requirements and interpret them into action items, and eventually into a completed report. It's not always clear either what the deliverables are going to be. Depending on the client, you could be given a very clear set of requirements or a very vague set of requirements. Regardless of the form those requirements come in, by the time you've completed the report, you'll have always gone through multiple iterations of requirements that were refined by reviewing and polishing them with the client or end user. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the first list of requirements we'll be using to generate a final report by the time we're done with this course. Again, the idea is that these are mirroring the types of requirements you might get from a client. To start with, we have a set of data and visualizations requirements. These are a mixture of what the client would like to see, plus a few types of calculations they'd like as well in the final report. Most of these things will be in the form of visualizations such as charts, graphs, or cards, and we'll see those in a minute. Next, we have a request for an order details table to be included in the report as well, with a set of column breakouts and calculations to show in that table. Tables certainly have their place in many reports, and are still one of the best ways of showing detailed information that is too granular or dense to show in a chart or graph. Last but certainly not least, we have a set of report filter requirements. These will be how the client will interact with and filter the final report, allowing them ways of slicing and dicing their data. All of these requirements, when brought together, will form a report not unlike what you see here. In fact, this will be the report we're going to work towards as our goal for this course. A beautiful mixture of visualizations, call-out cards, tables, filters, and just the right amount of formatting, all working together to create an easy-to-use report for the client. The data and visualizations requirements you see here will get translated into the visuals and cards you see in this highlighted section. Part of our job will be to learn and understand where our data works best and knowing the optimal ways to display that data so it's easily understood by the client. Now, tables are a bit more straightforward when it comes to translating those requirements. Even still, there's a bit of formatting magic that can be applied to the tables, adding value for our clients, such as conditional formatting, and a few other tricks we'll learn in later videos. Lastly, the report filter section will enable the client to look at many possible slices or sections of their data as they need to. With Power BI, there's more than one way to add a slicer. In fact, there's quite a few ways for our clients to interact with their data, all of which we'll learn in later videos. But before we get ahead of ourselves, one of the first things we need to do is know where our data is and connect to it. For this course, I've created a series of files that will contain all the data we'll need to complete our report. So in the next video, we'll learn how to connect to those sources and also the types of places where our data can or can't exist. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.